Good morning, Green Light the Day family. I hope your week thus far, one day in, is going well. I just wanted to share something that I'm reading. It's called The Purpose Principles, How to Draw More Meaning into Your Life by Jake Ducey. I think that's how you say his name. I'm sort of enjoying the book, but I wanted to share some of the things that I really liked. And it starts off with a story about this guy who went on a vacation with his family, and he was not a really good swimmer. And they went off on the boat, and the kids wanted to swim to shore. And just on a whim, he says, well, I'm going to swim with them. It's not that far. And he went with them, and soon enough, he thought he was drowning. So he's flailing his arms. He can't breathe. He's going underwater. Nobody can hear him because they're already up ahead. And then all of a sudden, when he thinks that he's going to die, someone, pulls him and puts on a life jacket for him, a flotation device. And he realizes that he stood up and the water was only chest deep. All this time, he thought he was drowning. And he just was panicking at the thought of drowning. And I thought that was a really good story. And I like what it says here is that, when we talk about life, is life for us like a never-ending battle? Is it a never-ending, I'm going to have to fight not to drown type battle? And he says, we need to be less intense and learn to laugh at ourselves because the water just ain't that deep. And I just thought that was a really good story. When I think about my life, I think all those things that I freak out about, or that's just so important. And just to remember, it's really not that deep. And I liked also what he said about, when you're taking a risk, and most people say, well, what's the worst thing that can happen? He kind of flips that, and he says, what's the best thing that can happen if you finally do this? And I think that's just a really interesting term. What's the best thing that can happen? Which means that you're totally focusing on that. And he talked about the whole process of self-actualization. I think we've heard of Abraham Maslow. He talked about the 7 levels of self-actualization, and self-actualization is the top one. For some reason, I must have missed this part when I was in high school or college, whatever class I took, wherever I took psychology. And he talked about, I thought the self-actualized person was the person that met their goals, right? They achieved everything, they got success. But that's not what Abraham Maslow, the one who set this whole pyramid up, said. He says a self-actualized person is one who focuses on the process of their work rather than the outcome, results, or setbacks. Wow. That changes things, because if you're so concentrated on the outcome, then you're not going to find meaning in what you do. And if you don't find meaning in what you do, then you're not going to even enjoy it. You're not going to have a purpose. And it's not to say that you don't have a goal or you don't have a vision, but to focus on that solely without what the process is doing to you, how it's changing your life, it kind of defeats the purpose, because then you're going to start all over again. You're going to achieve that goal. You're going to find another goal and another goal and another goal. And that's not self-actualization. And I don't know why I didn't think about that when I was taking a class, and it wasn't on a quiz. So, but somehow I missed that. And I wanted to share just one last thing, this example of Rocky. Sylvester Stallone. You remember the Rocky movies, and he was this champion boxer and stuff like that? Well, before this all happened, he was trying to write a screenplay. He lost everything. His wife left him. He had to sell his dog. He was just down and out. He finally gets the call, and they say, okay, we'll buy the script from you from $100,000. And Sylvester Stallone says, well, can I be Rocky? And they said, no. And he says, I don't want to do it. And so they offered him more and more money, up until the point where it's almost $1 million. And he said, can I play Rocky? And they said, no. And he goes, well, I can't. I can't sell you the script. So finally, they called and said, all right, we'll let you be Rocky, but we're only going to pay you $50,000. And of course, we know the ending to the story. He wanted to be a part of the process. You know, that was his story. And I think that's just kind of important as we go throughout our days and throughout our lives. What does the process mean to us? How does it bring us the person we want to be? Right? I don't know. It's just really something that I found really interesting to read. And I hope it greenslights your day as you're thinking about, you know, how I'm going to spend the rest of the week and how I'm going to spend my time. No. The water ain't that deep. I really love that. All right. Well, have a great day, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.